Okay. So I hope my connection is better right now. Last time the stream is cutting off. It's very frustrating. Okay, so now we're here in Lenegis finding some clues about the lords in Dana. So that's the side quest.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenegis's transformation appear to be less pronounced here. Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
This area falls under the sole jurisdiction of House Kaineris. I must ask you to depart at once. Surely you don't claim to be ignorant of our famed house, ruled over by the esteemed Lord Almidria. So, I urge you to listen well. In fact, I bid you to listen carefully regardless. Have you ever noticed how in the history of Lenegis, only a few women lords have emerged to compete in the crown contest? Many have theories as to why this might be, but Lord Almidria quashed the doubts of any naysayers through sheer might. In fact, not only did she usurp her father and previous family master, she also removed her older brother to claim the seat for herself. She is a woman who stops at nothing to get what she wants, who gives her enemies nary the slightest opening to strike. Truly, Lord Almidria is a woman of talent. No one in all Rhena better exemplifies the virtues of our nation's meritocracy. Soon the age of the glorious women of sovereign reigning over the Lenegis shall be upon us at last.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Well, there's always two sides of the coin. Okay, where to? What's happening? I don't get it. There wasn't a decree or anything to announce this like there always is. Right, even if this was an accident, it's strange that we still haven't heard anything from the Sovereign yet. Do my ears deceive me, or are you saying that you don't trust what the Sovereign is doing? I'll have you know that I was a part of the delegation that came down with him to Dana during the previous contest. He was a brilliant man and just as good with the astral arts as well. I'm sure he's well aware of the situation and thus has a plan to resolve it. Till then, we must simply wait and trust in his judgment. Who is this Sovereign? Shit. Dude, these guys are cut off. They have nowhere to run. It's amazing to see how those of us who don't need the cards can still do this when we all come together. Keep it up, team. We have fists taken care of. The residential quarter is completely ruined. The roads are a mess and we can't get any power. The info terminals have gone dead too. We can't get in contact with any of our fellow Renans. On ground in Dana. I see, that's why. I wonder if the Sovereign's aware of what's going on. Of course. Yes. As a member of the upper caste, I order you to find a route out of here to the neighboring district. Please, no. You can't expect an old man such as me to do that. Not when there are Zugos running loose in the part of town. Not exactly why I need you to do this. Surely you don't intend to defy me now, do you? Sorry, authorized personnel only. Damage beyond here is too severe. You have to go around. Where's my house? I don't know how to get home. Don't know how to get Saved my life. I would have been a goner had you not arrived when you did, milady. I understand we're in contest, but I had no idea such a capable astral artist was in our midst. Forgive me for not realizing it sooner. Come on, you don't need to bow so deeply. All I did was strike the Tsuga's weak point. I didn't even get to go down to Dana for the crown contest, but I'm not sure how to feel about all this praise you're heaping on me. Okay. So you're with Valoran, I guess.
Ridiculous.
How loathsome. Oh, so I was just reading about Valoran. Can I help you?
Okay.
I was always an ardent supporter of Lord Urwagil, Hilders myself. Who's that? Worried not for his sudden death, down on the surface. I'd likely still would be. Oh. So that's the original Lord. My eyes, Lord Urwagil is the true Water Lord. I don't believe for a second that he perished in some accident like they say. As for how Volran runs Ganath Haros, don't get me started. I hear he enslaves not only Danans, but even his fellow Renans. May live in a society where to the victor go the spoils. What his actions go against him. What we as a people stand for. Besides, just what sort of family line is this house Igneriseri of his enemy? Ooh. Is an Igniseri. I'd never heard of it until he came along, which means they must be among the lowest dregs of society. That such an ignoble lineage could suddenly produce an astral artist capable of ascending to lordship is unheard of. Of it makes sense, make any sense not to mention all the upheaval around here of late. What is happening to our people?
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volran either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganath Haros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
See.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you. Because we're threats to Rena.
Not at all.
Being a Danan doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Xion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
Okay, my stream has got off again. Ah. Okay, Kisara. Guard ignition. What's this? Silver Marley. One solo training grounds. Tameable range. Artifacts. Mystic crest. Here, defeated all lights that emerge from the ledge. Okay, where to go? I guess here? Hey kid. Where are your parents? Father, what's going on? I'm scared. I'm scared. Not sure, son. Ever in all my years here on Lenegus has anything like this ever happened. Not even once. There's always been a decree before anything takes place. Not only was there none this time, but the residential quarter has seen damage and injuries. Would that mean there's something bad happening then? It's possible. For now, all we can do is wait and hope for the best. Rachel.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfried Milgras, the former lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfried whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegus?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Holocom.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegus from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
Yeah.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both. Though we are Renin by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Corps existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
Yeah, but you're going to chat again. After a few steps. Okay, so there's a person here. How could any of this happen? For years, Lenegus was a bastion of order stability. Where did it all go so wrong? Everyone is clueless. So maybe your sovereign is the problem? See? Going to talk again.
Doe?
Ooh.
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
What's your problem? What? What?
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
So he becomes emo. So fast. Okay, let's talk to people. I feel guilty about fleeing while there are kids out there fighting. There's no need to worry about them. They come from a higher ranking family than ours. That makes their Astral Lords stronger than ours. They're simply fulfilling their duty to society as members of the ruling's elite. I know, but it still doesn't sit right with me. It's fine. Also have more power needs to be the one who do the work. What? Even kids? Yeah. Why is nobody questioning them being Danans? Okay, just finding some items. How could any of this happen? For years, Lenigis was a bastion. Oh wait, I came here. What? I thought we moved forward. think this one is dungeon. What? Civilian Parks one. Ooh. There's a safe point. Very safe point. It's a farm. But I don't know how that person could ever travel or bring back the meat of those animals. This is crazy. How long is this going to keep on? I don't know. Normally we would have had orders from the top brass. Farming all the separate classes what they need to do. Doubt that's happening. The whole chain of command in the city seems like it's broken down. Nobody knows what's happening. That doesn't mean someone somewhere isn't watching our every move. For now, we should see if there's anyone higher ranking around here. Maybe they'll have an idea about what we should be doing. Okay, so you're like slaves for this higher ranking officials. Tofu. The feeding pen in bad shape. Who knows how many have died? What happened to the Zugos? Don't tell me they broke out? No, luckily we were able to seal them off before they get too far. Not that it does much good when they've escaped in other districts too. If I had to guess, I'd say there are a lot of Zugos running this route, and I guess there are a lot more of them than us too. What are we going to do? All the best soldiers are stationed down then. Didn't put any defense up here. Why? Why is that? This is the park.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renin sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnigan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnigan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord.
Ooh.
Tarnagan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnagan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait. Don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less. She would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right.
That's a figure.
Alphen,
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
Oh, she is appreciating Alphen now. This is neat. But are there items here? Indeed, items.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
If things don't calm down soon, don't you think we should board the starship so we can evacuate? You can't. You need to have the Sovereign's permission to enter a starship for anything other than the Crown contest. Well, where's the Sovereign? Why isn't he here? To lead us in time of need. That's right. If the Romans are to be believed, it's not just Zugos who are out of control. Apparently, a group of armored soldiers have started to rebel too. For all we know, we may be seeing the start of some kind of uprising. Don't you think so? That's absurd. Who could possibly plot such a conspiracy and think they could get away with it? True. If you rebel against the Sovereign, you're rebelling against the entire Renan civilization. It's hard to say one way or another. Nothing like this has What? Every or ever? Nothing like this has ever happened in the history of Lenegis. We just know too little.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
What? Do mice deceive me, or must my job been blessed with Dordo and his servants? Is there anything I can believe, my lord? How about sell? Okay. Buy. Consumables. Materials, weapons. Ooh, armor. Okay, very well. Lunch. Are we able to get that punch here? Some different planet. Okay. Sleep. Okay, cook. What's the last? What's this? Recipe after battle. Sashimi. Grilled fish. Pork bun. Cheese fondue. I know there's this one. This is it. The mental attack. Maybe this one. More drop items. Or XP boost. What's T? 4%. 16. So T is the smallest. Maybe this one.
This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this.
Hey, elements. Not too early. It's an order to serve you all, my lord. Okay. Wake up.
Damn it.
So
Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
And then they fight.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Ho! I am Lord Dohalim of Elder Menencia. I command you.
Threats to the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one.
Ready! By the power of water!
It's almost too strong. Be my guest.
Dance in the wind!
The enemy wields ours too.
We'll soon see about that! Glacial spear! Magic is evil!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Piercing! Take this! Light astral energy! Photon blade! Raging Cascade!
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Ooh, Platinum Dog Tag. That's nice. Okay, this mid-air magic charge. Ooh. AG recovery, custom resilience. Okay, forwards. Up. And forwards. Ooh, that's a big Zulu. Creep gel.
Little help! Mega Ray! In here! Take seal!
In a bind?
Lord with a stop time!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
In here! Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Resonate with
Bring astral energy!
I'm ready!
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Resonate
Here
with
comes power of water! Light astral energy!
It's too fast! Stand
On your
back!
field!
I'll trip it up.
Shining Supernova! Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Bloody howling!
Thunder Field! Stun! Reload! Mega Ray! Shining Supernova!
In a bind?
Hurricane! Thunder Field! Raging Annihilation! Mega Ray! Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! Photon! Raging! Freeze Lancer!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Yeah, that's why I used more. Call that or jumps.
Let's see what you've got.
Take this one! Dance in the wind! In here! Flame of Fury!
In blood.
Crossblade! And Raging Cascade! In here! This one's mine! Freeze Lancer! Lightning!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolition! Time to shine!
Resonate with the burn! Now or never.
In here! Seal! Light Astral Fugit Assist! In here!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
I'll be saving Freeze Lancer! Cyclone!
Right inside me yearns to be
Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash!
I'll bring you down. Hurricane Strike!
ignite!
Steering Flame! Meteor! Light Astral Energy! Dance in the wind! Air! Healing Circle! Hurricane Blood! Wait! Annihilation! Hurricane Laser Fire!
Thunder
Radiant Blood!
Hurricane Strike!
Laser Cyclone! Damn it! Out of ammo!
Hurricane Flame!
Lightning Strike! Watch and Hurricane Strike! Light Astral!
I can carve through
Mega
armor!
Ray! Annihilation!
Their arcs were interrupted.
Here's the evil. Gotta hold it together. Do or die. First aid. Dance in the wind. There. Feel. In here.
Nothing gets by me.
Cyclone.
Denied.
You get the gift. Air thrust. If it's in the sky, it's mine. Going in. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the evil.
Shatter it up pieces! Attack mine!
Strike.
Sword ray up!
Raging cascade. Mega ray. Annihilate.
Where are you going?
Blah, blah, blah. You get the gift.
You require help.
Demon Fang!
Annihilation. Not in your dreams. Going in. Burning breath. Glacial lava. Here's the evil.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Like astral Neon. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us?
Yes, it is.
Discourteous, aren't you?
My shield!
Stalagmite!
Can't let the hatred consume me.
I see one, eh?
Thunder field.
Damn! You're off!
Flame of fury. Blows light up.
Glacial spear!
Here's the evil.
Pile driving!
You picked the wrong one! Panic!
Dance in the wind.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Close one. Gotcha. Razor cyclone. Frozen.
Hammer!
Here goes. Radiant. Here. Photon blast. Raging cascade. Going in. Flame of fury. Glacial spear. Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Magic attack.
Make it break.
Melting. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Going in. Hear me. Photon blast. Burning strike. Glacial spear. Here's the evil. Blows flight. Freeze laser.
Can you take it?
Lightning strike!
Oof.
Looks like we got them all.
Lustrous Ultras. Lustrous Astral Crystal. I think this is shortcake recipe. How big is this? I'm going to reset after this. I'm going to farm for money.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. Is it too late to talk over our differences? In a bind?
This one's all mine!
Where are you going? Lightning strike! Glacial spear! You're evil!
Benediction light.
Freeze Lancer! Light Astral Energy! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
It's go time!
Got this one!
Yeah.
With this, I can become even stronger.
We can become even stronger. Pineapple Jam.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Is someone making them stand guard over...
Over the Zugos.
Coming through!
Dance in the wind! Here's evil! Glacial spear! Raging cascade! Raging cascade! I think I'll pass on the handshake. Annihilation! Target radiant! Searing flame! Ready!
Flare the Malika!
Raging Cascade! Spread! Healing Circle! Raging Cascade! Pyramid! Raging Cascade! Here's evil! Far enough! Magic Missile! Spread!
Burn in hell!
You get the gist!
Stalagmite!
You get the gist! Spread! Blah blah blah!
Bloody howling!
You get the
Shattering the pieces! Ripping you apart!
Annihilation!
Bloody howling!
Piercing Light! Raging Cascade! Mega Ray! Spread! Annihilation!
In a vine!
Raging Cascade! Back into the fray!
You're mine!
Raging
Flame
Cascade!
inside me!
Spread!
To be
Blah
right
blah
free!
blah! Magic!
Now you see what I can do! I'm nearly
Blah
done
blah
for.
blah! Blah blah blah! Spread! You get the gist! You get the gist!
Rising water!
I never miss! Raging Cascade! Water!
Hold nothing back! Mega Sonic Rush!
Raging Cascade!
Swarm!
Here, let me help. Don't give up! Going in. I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss. Raging Cascade! Will this help?
Your throbs in pain.
This one. Healing Circle! Blah blah!
Ready and raring!
Blah blah blah!
Flaming Thrust!
Spread!
Rising
Blah blah blah! Spread! Mega Ray! You get the gist. Back into the fray!
This one's all mine!
Why don't you
Glacial Spear!
Crit.
Charge! Thanks, Kisara! Denied! Freeze Laser! You get the gist! Spread! Blah blah blah! Here! Do it!
Be still!
Ooh.
It was a close thing.
Wow, 16 manted glow. Let's maximize the food. Hey guys.
Not scoring Raging Cascade! By the power of
Now
God!
I see what I can do! Elusive deity!
Raging Cascade!
Letting go!
Spread! Hurricane Spread! Raging These ones can run rings around us! Laser Spear! Here's Levo! Freeze Laser! Enough!
Why?
I'm ready! Going in! Got you! Raging Cascade! Gravitas Field! Spread! Raging Cascade! Here's one's mine! Spread! Raging Cascade! There! Go! Blah blah blah! Magic! Spread! Blah blah blah! Magic! Blah blah blah! Look sharp! Spread!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika!
Gemini! Raging Cascade! Mega Ray! I'm already on the front! Mega Ray! Do it! Neon! Astral Energy! Full throttle! Go! Raging Cascade! Go! Going in! Spread!
Rending you
Raging
apart!
Cascade!
Resonate in a vine!
Raging Cascade!
Make it rain!
Dopamine!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Oh. Resists water.
Onward and upward.
Weakening pebble. Transcendent. White stone. Red sage. X-breaker. Uh-huh. Okay, let's see. Efficiencies. Greenville. Spread. Still need a few. It's over there. Yeah. Magna Ray, almost. Burning Strike. Law. Alphen. I'll master the
Little help!
water.
Bring him down! I can carve through
Not on my watch! If you won't bow at night, then you leave me no choice! Freeze Lancer! This one's mine! Where are you going? Do it!
I'm ready!
Kitara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Raging Cascade!
Ready and ready!
Raging Cascade! Raging Cascade!
Take this!
Magic Kazam! Radiant Pierce! Blah blah blah! You get the gist! Spread! Mega Ray! Spread! You get the gist!
Make it rain!
Kitara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Spamming spread.
A comfortable win.
Dark main. Okay. Force duster.
Let's dispose of the trash.
For my lord!
Glacial Spear. Here's evil. They really don't give up, do they? Water. Hear my call. Raging Cascade. Hurricane.
Flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Raging Cascade.
Now you see what I can do!
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. You get the gist. Raging Cascade. Gotta hold it together.
Hey, hey, hey.
Your turn. Don't get in my way.
Nice.
Raging Cascade. Spread. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar. Raging Cascade. That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Now we're sharing back.
Resonate with the earth!
Magic is in.
Bloody pieces!
You get
Shield done! Rending you
blah blah
apart!
blah. I never miss. Here goes. Do it, Kitara. Frozen.
Hammer!
I need to be stronger.
Okay. Wow, that's too many money. But should I? I'll go back here, fight them again. I'm farming money and items.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Yeah. Okay, sell. 50,000. The forge, craft. Ooh. Blistering fan. Spirit tail. Scuttle grenade. Can I get Blistering fan? Windwell. Chameleon and Curse. Storia. Ready. Need money. Money. Machete guard. I think that's it.
Have you guys checked?
Then rest.
Your equipment lately?
Okay. Let's beat them again.